Yo. In this video, I'm going to be going over who I think is the best choice out of the 8th inning program. Once you hit 300 stars, we got Kershaw, Pudge, and Ty Cobb. Before we get into that, I'm just going to go over all of their attributes, positions, and stuff like that for each reward in that 300 star choice pack between these three players. Going for 408 or more likes in the video. Feel free to subscribe if y'all are new. If you want to, use code TWIN. controlfreak.com. Always feel free to follow on any of those social medias. Just made a TikTok, Twin Gaming TV _ on there. I'm going to be live on Twitch tonight, Twin Gaming TV. Link for that should be down in the description, as well as Instagram and Twitter. Down in the comment section below, let me know who you think is the best boss choice, maybe the best one for you depending on your team, everything like that. So real quick, just to start, probably I don't think it's going to take the first half of the video, but it's going to take me just a little bit to go through these. But we're going to go through each of these rewards, check out their position, all that good stuff, and their attributes. So first, we have Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez, bats righty, throws righty, primary catcher, does not have a secondary position. Quick look at him, you can see that diamond hitting and that diamond defense. 115 and 112 for the contact, 93 and 87 for the power, 105 vision, 97 fielding, 99 arm strength, 98 arm accuracy, 82 reaction, 92 blocking, and 68 speed. And it's the same with him. I'll probably mention it when I'm going over all three, but it's the same with him and all three of the bosses. You can prestige their cards, which makes each attribute go up +3. So, you know, the power is going to be 118 and 115. I should say the contact. And then the power will be 96 and 90 once he's prestige vision up to 108. The arm strength is going to stay at 99. Obviously, the arm accuracy will go from 98 to 99. And then, you know, his reaction is going to go 85, blocking 95, and fielding will be up to 99. Plus, you know, a little bit of speed added onto that 71. But just keep in mind for Pudge and the other two bosses, Kershaw, Ty Cobb, keep in mind, and I'll probably mention it for them, like I said, that you're going to be able to prestige the cards and get that +3 boost to the attributes if it is applicable. Otherwise, you know, like a 97 is going to go to 99, 99 is going to stay at that 99. But not a bad catcher, great hitting attributes. Even like the power looks low compared to the contact, but it's still high, right? It's still high 80s, low 90s. It's still really good vision, and I really liked him at the plate last year. I have a feeling I'll like him a lot this year. Next up, we got Ty Cobb. 99 overall, outfielder, primary center, has secondaries for left and right field, diamond hitting defense. Again, this card can be prestiged as well, so you could get that arm strength and accuracy up a little bit. Already has decent fielding, good reaction. I feel like reaction is one of the most important, if not the most important, fielding attribute for an outfielder, right? The arm's obviously good, but the reaction is huge because that's how they react to the ball off the bat. You know, they're not going to take a bad first step. And having a high reaction combined with high speed means that he's going to be able to run down most of the fly balls in the outfield. Now, taking a look at his hitting, 125 for the contacts versus both sides. And it's the same thing with Pudge. Like, compared to the contact, the power looks a little bit low. But it's not low. The power is 90 versus both sides, which is definitely insane. In a live stream earlier in the year, SDS mentioned that if he has 80 power, if a player has 80 power versus a side, majority of the time, almost every time, I believe, it should be a home run if you get a perfect fly ball. So he's got that pop. It's above 80. It's actually at 90, 114 vision. Again, you can prestige him. For any of my guys who like to bunt out there, he's got 99. He's got maxed out bunting attributes. And I'm not really a bunter. I don't really like to do it, but I know that's how some of y'all like to play, especially with a guy like this. Lots of speed, contact, and bunting and everything. And if that's a strategy, I can't talk. If that is a strategy you like to use, Ty Cobb might be your guy. But just either way, even if you're not going to bump, right? Good contact to get base hits, good power to get home runs, good speed, good fielding, and definitely a viable outfielder. Definitely not a bad choice from this program. Third and final choice we have is the Cy Young. Clayton Kershaw, starting pitcher, bats and throws lefty, has a 4-seam slider, 12-6 change, and a sinker. Fastball sitting at 94 miles an hour, slider at 88, 12-6 drops down to 72 with an 85 change, and 92 mile an hour sinker. 113 stamina, so he can go deep into ball games. You guys saw that already in my debut with him. He went a complete game with like 120 pitches, something like that. 102 hits per 9. Maxed, it's not maxed out, but it's above 99. 99 is like the previous max. Anything above that's just kind of insane. It's truly nasty. And I believe the hits per 9 attribute is the one that lowers the size of the PCI for the batter if they're using zone hitting. So definitely a good one to have above 99. Not really sure what strikeouts per 9 does. Control 93. That's important for me because I always struggle locating my pitches. 76 velo and then 99 break for this Clayton Kershaw. So now that we have gone over each player, hopefully it didn't take too long. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what each player was looking like, their attributes, positions, everything like that. So now that we've gone over that, if you need a little bit of a refresher, you got it. I'm gonna say who I think is the best option on this pack, probably order them 1, 2, and 3, and then kind of go a little bit more in depth with it, because I think all of them could be the best option. But in general, with where the game's at, the cards that we have now, for me, the number one choice out of this pack is either going to be Pudge or Kershaw. There's so many outfielders in the game, right? We already have that Harper. We got Larry Walker. There's Mickey Mantle, Mike Trout. There's just so many outfielders in the game that I feel like a lot of people already are going to have good outfields. And I feel like Ty Cobb can't be that number 1 or 2 option, or that number 1 option, I should say. So that brings it to Kershaw or Pudge for the number 1 option for me. And I feel like catcher is one of the most lacking positions currently in the game, right? Obviously it's hard to find a full 5-man rotation of just dominant guys that you like, so Kershaw could definitely help out. But in terms of the entire depth of a position and where someone's going to fill a need, I feel like Pudge for a lot of people is the number 1 choice out of this pack. I feel like just from a general setting, the cards that are available in the game, I feel like Ivan Rodriguez is the number 1 choice. I would say, you know, going off of what I just said, Kershaw's number 2, because there is a lot of starting pitchers, but a lot of people still don't have a really solid, including myself, 5-man rotation. So I feel like Kershaw's going to be 2, and then Ty Cobb is going to be number 3. Now, let's just go ahead. I wanted to show you guys. This is something else I wanted to talk about while we go through these. It's just kind of looking at my team, right? So I have Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, Larry Walker. That's my outfield. I also have Reggie Jackson. Cody Bellinger can play outfield. Luke Brock can as well. George Springer's an outfielder. He's another guy there. So already that's 1, 2, 3 in my starting lineup. 4, 5, 6 primary position outfielders. He's first base, but he has diamond fielding to play outfield. So that's 7 right there. And it's just so many outfielders, right? We got Dylan Carlson if I wanted to use him tops now. Manny Minoso. Let's just check these secondary outfielders. Jackie Robinson can play. We got Andre Dawson, Robin Yount. Jose Ramirez could play here. Eric Thames could. Stan the Man is another one. Gary Sheffield, like I was mentioning earlier. Bryce Harper. We can go ahead and take a look at center field and see if there's any other guys, right? You know, Tony Gwynn, we already mentioned him, I think, a little bit, or looked at him. We got Aaron Judge if you want in there. Kenny Lofton. I just feel like there's so many viable outfielders. There's a home run derby, Griffey. I feel like there's so many viable outfielders. It just makes, you know, most people don't need Ty Cobb on their team. With that being said, he's an insane card. He's got speed. He's got fielding. He's got reaction. He's got contact. He's got power. He's got vision. He has so many good things about him, and I feel like he's a great choice. But just with all the current outfielders, I don't think that's a position that people are needing to fill, and that's why I don't think he's the best choice in this pack. Now, let's look at catcher, okay? I don't have a backup catcher on my team. I probably should, but I've been rocking 99 Posey for a while. Otherwise, I have Joe Torre. Craig Biggio could play here. We'll see that in a sec. Jason Kendall, but Posey is the only 99 primary catcher that I have on my team. Only one's Buster Posey. Craig Biggio can play catcher, but it's not a primary. So there's just barely any depth. Obviously, there's diamonds and stuff, but there's really not a lot of depth at the catcher position currently in MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty. So I feel like for a lot of people don't like Buster Posey. A lot of people don't like Craig Biggio. So I feel like for a lot of people, Pudge is going to be a viable option that they want to try out and see if it solves their catcher problems, you know, their lack of depth of catcher. So I feel like that's why, for me, Pudge is the best choice out of this pack for a lot of people. I feel like he's just who I can hopefully pretty confidently say is the number 1 choice in this pack. And then final thing I want to check is just starting pitchers. This is where I struggle. I really just have a hard time finding starting pitchers that I like to use. We got Corey Kluber, Orel Hershiser, Greg Maddux isn't bad. I've heard a lot of people say they like James Paxton. This free Lucas Giolito, still need to try him. Tom Seaver's always good. Walter Johnson, if he didn't have such a long windup. Hal Newhouser, I'm not a big fan of anymore. John Smoltz, Juan Marichal, Kerry Wood's a big one. So there are a lot of options, but with 5 spots to fill, it's hard to find 5 guys that you truly like. And Kershaw was one of my favorite pitchers last year. That's why it's close for me, Pudge and Kershaw, right? I had Kershaw on my team the entirety of ranked seasons last year, from pretty much day 1 until day 365. I had Kershaw on my team, so that's why he's up there for me. That's why I debuted him, and I'm definitely gonna buy him back at some point. Probably put him on my rotation, but it's either him or Kershaw in my opinion for the number 1 choices. I'd say Pudge has the edge a little bit just because of the depth of the position, and then Kershaw, and then Ty Cobb for a close third, right? It's not like Ty Cobb's a bad choice. I think he's a phenomenal choice. Just depends on your team, who you want, and hopefully it made sense. It's really late at night. I took too long to record this video in the day. I was doing some other stuff today, and I'm hoping I was able to gather my thoughts in a way that made sense. I'm hoping I didn't make it confusing. I'm hoping I was able to make my point clear, and I know I over talk a lot of the times, but I just want to make it sure that everyone is understanding what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. One thing before I piece it out, I actually just want to check the catchers. I want to see the catchers. So we got Gary Carter's a 99, Mike Piazza here as well, right? But you know, these are expensive rewards too, and Pudge is expensive right now, but he's going to go down in price and technically is a free player. But just look at the market for catchers. Look at the market for catchers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even 4. There's 3 99s on the market. Let's check starting pitchers now. How many 99s in the market? So we got 1, 2. I need to pick up Nolan Ryan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 11. So I guess that's not that many, right? It's not that many, but you know, you throw in Kluber. And then outfield, I don't think we can count outfield. I'm not going to do that. But there's so many options for outfield, viable options and everything. And I hope this made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and comments down in the comment section. I hope I mentioned that in the intro. I don't remember if I remember to or not. But I want to hear your comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.